Hi, how you doing? So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create this motion blur effect in Adobe Photoshop. You can take a relatively normal picture and convert it and give it a little bit more depth and a little bit more artistic vibe to it. It's a really simple process. So I'm going to walk you through from the beginning. So the first thing I want to do with this image is go to image mode and then grayscale. I just want to turn it to black and white, click discard. And then I'm going to come to my layers panel up here and come down to the bottom, and I'm just going to make a curves adjustment. And what I'm going to do is come down to the bottom here, and I'm just going to bring this curve down. This is going to brighten the whites, and then if I come to the top, push up, that's just going to darken the blacks, and then in the middle this will affect our greys. So I'm just going to bring some contrast into that picture there. So then I'm going to click on the little X, and that's just going to close that panel down for us. Next thing I want to do is come down to the background layer, and I want to duplicate that twice by pressing Control Command J, and then we're going to just hide the first background layer there. Come to the middle one, and then we're going to come up to Filter, and then Blur, and then Motion Blur. And then what we want to do is we want to make sure the angle is set to 0, and we're going to set the distance to 500 pixels, and then select OK. And then we're going to come down to the bottom here, and we're just going to create a layer mask. Come over to our brush tool, and I'm going to drop the flow down to around 60%. I'm going to make sure that the foreground is set to black. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paint back in just this right side of this picture here. There we go. So you don't have to be too careful with this. And if you want to add any of that background back in, just swap the colors out. So go back to white, and then you can just paint in some of the areas that you don't want in. So that looks good. So now come up to our top layer here, and what we want to do is come up to Filter, go back to Blur, and then Motion Blur. Again, this time I'm going to set the pixels to 750. It's OK, and I'm going to come down and create another layer mask and make sure that my foreground color is on black. And again, I'm going to paint in that right hand side of that shot there. So that has given us our blur effect, which is really nice. Like I said, it's quite a simple process. So if you want to take this a step further, we can then create some really unique finishes to this picture. So I'm going to take this a step further and walk you through how to do that. So what we want to do is click on your background layer here, and we want to go down to the bottom. We just want to add another layer. You can see there it says layer 1, and we want to put this underneath, but you'll see that I can't actually move it. So we need to click on this padlock, drag it down to the bottom, and then click on the layer and drag it underneath, and that will then enable us to have it underneath. And we want to fill this, so we want to press Shift and Backspace, and then on this drop down here select color, and then just select white and press OK. I'm going to paint down this side of the image here. You probably can't see what I'm doing, but if I take these off, you'll see there that's what I'm doing to the shot there, just to give it a bit more of a blend. Okay, so we want to merge these together as a group. So click on the bottom layer, hold Shift, click on the top layer, press Control Command G, that will group everything together. Then press Control Command J just to duplicate that. So then we're going to click on the little eyeball at the top there, just to hide this one. Come down to the second group folder there and press Control Command E, that will merge everything together. We're going to merge the bottom layer with the main picture there. So press Control Command E again, that will merge that blank layer onto this layer here. And now we can have some fun. So let's come up to Filter, and let's go to Filter Gallery, and you've got quite a few different options here of what you can do with your picture. Now you can go for something like this with the graphics pen, which is quite cool. So you can see here you've got all these different selections that you can select, and it will give you lots and lots of different results. So I'm going to stick with the graphic pen because I really like that, And with this, I'm going to just hide these here because these are effects that I've been using in the previous tutorials. So you can increase the stroke length, and you can also select how light and how dark you want this. And that really depends on your picture. It will determine how the image is going to look. So if you've got a raw file, then it's going to give you a really nice finish. So I'm just going to click this down to about 1, and then I'm just going to increase this up a little bit, about there, and then I'm going to say OK to that. So if we click on the group 1 there and then come to the opacity, we can bring this down, and this will then bring the effect in. So we can just tweak this so it's not too overbearing. So I think around 80% is going to work really well for this picture. There we go. So you can see there that looks much better. So this just gives us a really nice grain effect, and you can see there that kind of motion with that grain looks really nice. So let's come to our history panel and click on the little camera here, and you can see this is the before. So this is the image that we started with, and then this is the final shot. And again, it gives you some really nice options there when you're doing street photography, and it can make your images just pop a little bit more. So I hope you enjoyed that. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.